Individually, both music and human movement transcend cultural and language barriers, offering a universal form of expression. Music is composed of sound waves that travel in the form of vibrations. Everything in the universe emits vibrations at different frequencies, and vibrations are believed to affect consciousness, emotions, and physical well-being, all of which influence how we perceive and interact with the world around us. Brain waves represent the synchronized electrical pulses of neurons communicating with one another and are categorized into different frequencies. Each frequency is associated with different states of consciousness, cognition, or emotional processing, just as different types of music can evoke feelings of calm, excitement, creativity, and healing. When our heart beats, it generates rhythmic contractions. These contractions create mechanical vibrations that can be detected externally as the pulse. Human movement involves muscular contractions, which generate kinetic energy within the body, leading to movements that produce vibrations. Incidentally, the most prominent way the ocean produces vibrations is through surface waves. My two favorite ways to move with music are running and dancing. My favorite place to move is at the beach, entwined with the surf. Is this a coincidence, or might I be maximizing, synchronizing good vibrations? All along the meadow, where the cows grazed and the horses ran, there was an old stone wall. In that wall, not far from the barn and the granary, a chatty family of field mice had their home. But the farmers had moved away, and the barn was abandoned, and the granary stood empty. And since winter was not far off, the little mice began to gather corn and nuts and wheat and straw. They all worked day and night, all except Frederick. "Frederick, why don't you work?" they asked. "I do work," said Frederick. "I gather sun rays for the cold, dark winter days." And when they saw Frederick sitting there, staring at the meadow, they said, "And now, Frederick?" "I gather colors," answered Frederick simply, "for winter is gray." And once Frederick seemed half asleep. "Are you dreaming, Frederick?" they asked reproachfully. But Frederick said, "Oh no, I'm gathering words, for the winter days are long and many, and we'll run out of things to say." The winter days came, and when the first snow fell, the 5 little field mice took to their hideout in the stones. In the beginning, there was lots to eat, and the mice told stories of foolish foxes and silly cats. They were a happy family. But little by little, they had nibbled up most of the nuts and berries. The straw was gone, and the corn was only a memory. It was cold in the wall, and no one felt like chatting. Then they remembered what Frederick had said about sun rays and colors and words. "What about your supplies, Frederick?" they asked. "Close your eyes," said Frederick as he climbed on a big stone. "Now I send you the rays of the sun. Do you feel how their golden glow?" And as Frederick spoke of the sun, the 4 little mice began to feel warmer. From the window over my sink, I can see Phoebe moving around in the studio. It's such an open expanse of windows that anyone at the right angle could see in, but it's really only my house that faces that direction. She's backlit by a floor lamp I can't see, but know it has a mica shade. She's wearing a long red sweater beneath her apron, taping paper to the battered paint-stained table that takes up most of the middle of the room. How many hours did we spend there, joyfully drawing and painting and docking? Beryl played music on a turntable in the corner and wiggled her ample hips as she painted delicate feathers and trees and creatures of both land and sea. She always had to paint in her hair, on her hands. Once she had a streak of turquoise above her elbow for a week and laughed her head off when Phoebe finally asked, "Are you ever going to wash that off?" A pang twists my heart. I miss her so much. She's been gone only a little over a year, and it was hard on Phoebe. It was also hard on me, a fact that sparked the worst fight we ever had.